Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome. I am traveling today, so not in my usual place, and we're talking about crypto. Crypto kind of being down today. Tough trading day across the crypto market. We'll be covering a number of different cryptos as we look at the charts. Let me drop down into the corner here right away, and we will get into it. We will start with Dogecoin today. Dogecoin actually had been trading up, continuation from last night. Last night on the stream, we were comparing Doge to Bitcoin because Doge was going up, Bitcoin was going down, and Doge actually had continued following this upward trend line that we were talking about last night. And that was doing just fine until the SpaceX rocket. That's right. Now, maybe it was a coincidence. I don't know. But when, I mean, the Starship, it looked great. It's a huge rocket, the largest rocket that has been made, that has actually lifted off and cleared the tower, went up to about 32,000 feet. And then it was supposed to do this maneuver and separate. And that didn't happen. But that was a bonus. That was a bonus. I mean, the idea was to get liftoff, at least up over the height of the tower, and it did that and more. So congratulations to the SpaceX team for a successful launch for that. But then as it was maneuvering, they had to blow it up. They blew it up. It didn't blow up on its own. But of course, all the headlines were all, SpaceX rocket blows up. And then this is what happened to the Doge price. It just dropped. So if we compare this chart with Bitcoin, see, Bitcoin was already going down. And so we had this downward trend line that we were following. This was from last night. And Bitcoin had continued it through the morning. But then when Doge did its big drop, Bitcoin started dropping even more. So there's a lot of other things going on, though, a lot to unpack, a lot of FUD in the crypto world today as well. And we'll try and talk through that as we're just concentrating on these charts, because the charts do tell a story. And that is based on the economic conditions that are going on. I mean, this afternoon, James at Invest Answers does this show about Bitcoin going up to 45,000. And I'm just like, James, just because there's a chart that somebody made that makes it look like it's going to be a repeat pattern of something that happened in the past, that doesn't guarantee that it's actually going to trade that way. The economic conditions are different today than they were when that fractal was made from that previous time. We are not in the economic conditions for that. Now, I did not predict Bitcoin would be up at 30,000 either, and I'm very surprised that it actually traded as well as it did the first 3 months of 2023. But Doge, however, being up over 8 cents, 9 cents I thought was a bonus, and we were enjoying that. But looking at how much Doge could have dropped, staying up around 8.42 cents where it is now, I think is a relatively good thing, despite all the shorters. There's huge short positions that are opened on Dogecoin, partially because today is Doge Day, and April 20th and Doge Day, that is that has over the past couple of years have been a day when the Doge community is all excited, but the shorters come out and short Dogecoin. And this is the third year in a row now. Dogecoin has been shorted, probably up amongst the highest short positions. And yeah, Doge got shorted. So we look at the short chart, and here's the Doge short chart, and shorts are up. And not only are they up, they're continuing to go up. There's more and more short positions are being opened, even though Doge has already gone down from like 9.2 cents down to 8.4 cents. There are still more short positions opening up. betting against Dogecoin. So you look at that and you just go, wow, is Dogecoin really going to go down more from here? Well, not always. This isn't always an indicator that Doge is going to go down again. There are shorts that have been squeezed out. We have had many short squeezes on Dogecoin before where the shorts lose their shirts. And we could have another one of these because Dogecoin can take off on its own. But the overall economic conditions, recession fears, and other FUD things in the crypto market are just keeping things depressed. And so Doge does have a challenge in trying to get back up to this 9-cent line, this blue line here. So we'll see how that actually trades. I was wondering whether the Asian market tonight would push Doge down lower, but it doesn't look like it. So it looks like this area right here is accumulation zone right here. So this is accumulation zone that's happening right in the 8.3 to 8.4 cent range. And Doge is staying pretty steady along that as it has over the past 5 hours or so. So that's what's happening right now with Dogecoin. And Bitcoin, pretty much the same, has been trading sideways. Bitcoin did just barely dip below 28,000 for a second and came right back up. So 28,000 is very strong support at this level for Bitcoin. Ethereum has been trading well, and Ethereum is still up in its trading pair compared to Dogecoin or compared to Bitcoin. So there isn't a big sell-off on ETH happening. This ETH decline we had here was very similar to Bitcoin, but ETH has recovered more than Bitcoin has. So if we look at the ETH Bitcoin trading pair, that is up. ETH is up in its comparison to Bitcoin. So that wasn't expected. People thinking that this Shanghai upgrade and all this staked ETH was going to be let loose and people were just going to be selling all their ETH. That hasn't happened. In fact, more people are buying ETH and staking ETH than ever before. So it's had just the opposite effect. People believe in the Ethereum blockchain and want to be in on it for the next bull run. So that's what we've got going on overall in the market. Yes, no O-face. No O-face today. Doge is down. That's tough. Musty made it. Is it a time to buy? Well, yeah, you have to make that choice. The way I'm looking right now is, accumulation at 8.4 is better than up over 9 cents. Could it drop more? Well, there are some red flag warnings about recession and furthering decline in the stock market. And how that relates to Dogecoin, not always a correlation, but if the stock markets go into a fall because of not only the recession, but this debt ceiling issue that's going on, which is going to be politics between the Republicans and the Democrats here in the United States, and whether we lift the debt ceiling or not. The debt ceiling has always been raised. But the politics are what they are, and the politicians want to have their say. And certainly the Republicans don't like all of the programs that the Democrats have, handing out free money. That's what the Democrats like to do. Republicans don't like that. So we'll see how that plays out. But those kinds of fears are weighing heavy on the markets. And we're seeing more and more individual stocks take a hit. Tesla, for one, we were talking about that last night, and Tesla was down to 169. And I was thinking that it would recover and be back up in the 170s. And actually, the trading today was just the opposite. And Tesla went down even lower through the trading day, which is a big warning sign to other big companies as we end April and go into May. And what happens the first week of May? We have this FOMC meeting coming up, and the Fed is going to raise interest rates another 25 basis points. Most likely, that's what I think is going to happen. That's what Jerome Powell said last month they were going to do. And I don't see anything changing that. And that is not going to be, that's not going to be good for the markets. Many of the markets have already priced in a pivot to keeping interest rates flat, and I don't think that's going to happen. We also probably have gas prices going up, and that is what's going to affect GDP, and the GDP is going to go down for the United States. It's going to be the first quarter, then there's going to be a second quarter of GDP down, and then officially United States will be in a recession, although we already feel it. We know when we go to the grocery store, the price of food is high. I mean, the prices are high of what you see. Just going out to restaurants, even fast food has raised all their prices up too. So tough out there. However, today we can celebrate Doge Day and SpaceX. The launch was awesome, as Musty says. No word on Doge 1 though. Doge 1 was supposed to be 2022. And here we are in 2023 and still no word. Elon has been very focused on this Starship test launch. That has now happened. So I don't know what the SpaceX schedule is going forward from here, but hopefully Doge 1 is in the queue somewhere, but we don't know. But yes, congrats to the SpaceX team. They certainly learned a lot through this test launch today, and hopefully that will help them the next test launch, when that is going to be, and what their next goals are going to be for that. So that was good. But yes, we saw this decline in Dogecoin's price when they blew up the Starship. So that was tough. Musty, 4.5 cents, really. It's still there, right? You probably still have it from months ago, right? At 4.5 cents. Last June, Musty and I were talking about buying Dogecoin under 5 cents, and we both had limit orders set and didn't get down to 4.5. So, wow. Francisco says the OG of crypto told us we're going to hit 10 cents. I don't know who the OG of crypto is, but I'm not predicting 10 cents right now. So yeah, we will see. We will see how that happens. Yeah, down to 838. Yeah, so we're just going sideways here. There's not going to be any great runs at all. Bitcoin 28,237, just going sideways here. But we can look at some other coins. Algorand has certainly taken a big hit because of the SEC, Gary Gensler putting us on the list of securities against the Bittrex exchange. And Algorand has been posting the past couple days about why they aren't a security, but I don't think that they're going to be fighting the SEC. I think the whole thing with Gary Gensler is going to kind of work out through the Congress, and whether Congress is really going to go through with a bill to sort of change the makeup of the SEC and get rid of this chairman position. And then Gary will be out of a job. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. There's also talk about other House Congress people putting together other crypto regulations in a bill that Congress would oversee as opposed to the SEC. So it'll be interesting how that all works out. That does not help Brian Armstrong, who is the CEO of Coinbase, because he can't wait. He's got a business to run. And one of the things that happened with, particularly with Algorand, is Coinbase stopped the staking of Algorand on the Coinbase platform, because I think they knew through the Wells notice that Coinbase got last month that was one of the tokens that the SEC was targeting, and so they stopped their staking program. I had bought my Algorand on Coinbase. I have since transferred it all to my Exodus wallet, and I can do staking through the Exodus wallet directly with the Algorand Foundation. So I now have that set up. So I didn't need that staking on Coinbase. I could do it directly through my Exodus wallet. So I have that set up. Very happy with that. Kind of wish I would have done another swing trade with Algorand. Didn't know this was coming. But these things happen in crypto. And long term, I think that Algorand is going to do very well. This is a tough break for them right now. But they're going to work through it, I think. And we're going to see the bull market come, and it's a great blockchain, great technology, and that's why I've invested in it. So looking forward to more of that. And SHIB, SHIB dropped down to 1050, and because we were talking about 1080 as a target before. I think Bill had bought some at 1080, and I was looking for something lower. We got down to 1050, and I'm still not buying back in yet. I'm just thinking that we're going to have more dips, bigger dips that are going to happen through these recessionary times, and not ready for a big bull run yet. And SHIB doesn't have anything that I can see on the immediate horizon that's going to cause it to take off. So I'm going to wait just a little bit longer to get back into SHIB. And I'm just buying SHIB, again, for those that recall me talking about it before. I'm just getting into it to make money. It's going to take off at some point in time, and then I'm going to sell and I'm going to make a profit. It's not a long-term thing for me. I'm just going to make money off it. That's all I'm looking at having some SHIB for. But Doge is more long-term, and with Doge, I'm looking for probably skimming some profits, maybe along the way, as it goes into its big bull run that will eventually happen. But right now, we got to get through these tough times and see if there are some more dips that are going to be coming here. So 4.2 cents. That's about where I stack limit buy orders. 4.2. Yeah, good luck if we get down there. Will the next Starship launch be 6.9? Yeah. That's good. That's good. We'll see. Other things going on in the market. Again, everything is just about got the same kind of a chart here. Is a slow decline, and then late this morning, kind of a bigger drop, and then sideways. And just about everything is doing that. XRP is the same. Solana the same. Hedera, HBAR the same. Zilliqa the same. So, here's Maddox chart. They're all pretty much the same. The only one that's really different was Dogecoin, because Dogecoin was trading up before the Starship launch. In anticipation of Doge Day and what was going to happen today, and it ended up the shorters winning out. Now that there are more short positions being open, are the shorters going to win out some more? And is Doge going to go down lower from here? We don't know. But there's a lot of short positions that are betting on Doge going down even further from here. So we'll see how that plays out. Just tough trading today. So I remember the good old days too. 74 cents. That was actually the day before Saturday Night Live when Doge had hit 74, and then it was down into the 60s the morning of May 8th, 2021. And that's when Barry Silbert announced that he was shorting Dogecoin, and so Doge was already down into the 50s by the time Saturday Night Live even started. So, yeah. If we only knew, right? Sell Doge then. We were so convinced Doge was going to $1. Just so convinced that even that retracement there, we thought that's all it was, just a retracement, and Doge was going to turn around and go back up and was still going to go to $1. And that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Yes, crypto solo Doge is a good coin to DCA because it is more volatile and it has more up and down action. That DCAing is a good way to trade Dogecoin. But I always buy on dips because I look at the markets and I'm looking for dips. So check Link, please. I wants to check Link. Let's see what's going on with Link. I haven't looked at Link for a while. What is happening with Link? Which one am I looking at? This one here. So Link actually was going sideways from last night through this morning. It wasn't following Bitcoin down, but it had a very similar drop here. Now it's $7.55. Let's zoom out to the 4-hour. Yeah, Link had gone on this nice big run here from April 11th up to the 18th of April, up 22% there. That was a pretty good run, but it is now retracing right back down. I wouldn't be surprised if Link actually dropped back down into the 725 range, back where it was here a week ago. So we'll see if Link stays up and has a higher line of support. It looks like from where it was trading before, about 755 was previous resistance, traded up above it, came back down, retested 755, and then traded back up. So 755 is a really strong trading line for Link. Dropped just a little bit below it here earlier today, and now just back above. So will 755 again become resistance and Link will trade lower, or will it rise above? But that 755 line's really strong line here for Link. So that's what I see happening with Link. Personally, don't own any Link, chain Link. That's not one of those, one in my portfolio. Yeah, let's see what else you guys doing. Hey, Bill. Now I just name dropped you, Bill. We were just talking about sheep, and no, I haven't yet. I haven't. Sheep at 1065, and I'm like thinking it's still gonna go lower. I know you bought at 1080, and I was like, yeah, here's that 1080 line. You know, here's where you bought back here, and it was coming down, and I'm like, should I buy in here, or are we still going to go a little lower? But that would have been the time to do it earlier. But I was on the road, and I didn't have my computer open during this time, so I am doing a remote live stream tonight. If you notice, the background is different here than what I normally have, and should be back to my home base tomorrow night. We'll be back on again 9 o'clock. I'll be catching up on the news of the week for a Friday night live stream. So definitely do check out then. Also invite you all to hit the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Certainly appreciate the support on that. Yeah, so Bill, I haven't bought back in yet. So Cody and Jed will benefit from major Israeli bank partnerships. Yeah, I looked at Cody last fall, and it would have been great to have bought into in December because Cody went on a big run. But I was buying Algorand at the time and Doge, so I didn't have any more for Coty. Hey, Francisco, how are you? 389,000 Doge, and now at an average of 9.15. Personally, I don't like to sell for a loss. So again, it depends on your trading strategy and what your outlook is for Doge. Are you looking to do a short scalp? Are you looking for a longer position? Uh, I've got a video live stream that I did last month on the 4-year cycles, and the 4-year cycles should give you a clue or an indication of what the possibilities are for cryptos. And if there is a big bull run 2024, 2025, we're going to see a lot of cryptos going up big percentages. And so selling some now, and then would you be hoping to buy back in at a little lower price? Maybe, but again, probably the time to have done that sale would have been this morning, because now it's down from 9.2 to 8.4, and is it going to go lower from here? It might. Right now, it's not setting up to me to be a good swing trade for Doge. Maybe holding and DCAing is a better choice at this point, because it's not looking like a big swing trade opportunity here. Now, if there was some big announcement that happened, Elon did something and Doge shot up, then you might want to look for doing a swing trade or something, selling at a higher price and then buying back in lower. I've done that a couple times over the past few months when those things have happened and have been successful. I still have a few open swing trades that are still open. And I just think the markets are such that we may see a little bit more retracement tomorrow, this weekend. So taking a little bit of a bet that prices are going to go down a little more, and then I'm going to be buying back in and closing those swing trades. But right now, all of them except Harmony One are at a lower price now than when I sold for the swing trade. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, Bill says, yeah, you might get it lower. ICP did the same as Link. Yeah, probably. I haven't looked at ICP for a while either. Wonder what their level is here. Let me go back to the 4-hour chart and see what they did. Yeah, it looks like their previous resistance was here at 5.76, and that was back from March 14th and 18th there. And so didn't quite hit that as it came back down. Didn't staying above 5.76, but that would be your support. Right now for ICP would be 5.76. But yeah, just like Link, they did go on a big run here and have now retracing back down. But 5.76 looks to be support for ICP right now. Yeah, Doge had retraced and was trading back up before the Starship launch. So yeah, those on a 4-hour chart, those are big red candles there. Doge trying to recover though, trying to recover right now. And Bitcoin still 28,200 going sideways. So it did break down below that 28,600 support line that it had. Tested it once, came back, dropped below, came back up, retested it as resistance a couple times, and then traded down. So that's a very sort of typical trading pattern that we would see on a very heavy support line. in a bearish market that we're in now with this coming down. So that's what we're looking at. Francisco was hoping that today Doge would shoot up and then sell and catch it down. Yeah, it didn't really shoot up. It was already, and we were talking about this on the stream last night, that there was this anticipation of Doge Day. And we were looking at the chart difference between Doge and Bitcoin, where Doge was going up and Bitcoin was going down. And so that was trading in anticipation of Doge Day. Of course, we didn't know what else could happen on Doge Day. Was Elon going to do some Dogecoin tweet or something like that? We didn't know. Turns out it ended up being a successful SpaceX Starship launch that ended in this this big explosion as they blew up their own rocket. They got what they needed, and it wasn't able to quite do the next the separation that they were looking for the next step. And that's going to be their goal, I think, their target when they do their next Starship test launch. So again, all the coins are just are in a mix right now. You know, over the past hour and a half, some are up, some are down, but nothing really too great. So a lot of this is just sideways movement right now that we're seeing in the market. We'll see what happens again through Friday and into the weekend. So join me Friday night, 9 o'clock East Coast time. I'll be back in Boston, back in my home base, and we'll cover more of the news. Right now, since I'm remote, I'm just looking at the charts and seeing how the trading went today. And right now, again, it just looks like we're going to be sideways. We'll check again in the morning. I'll probably be doing some more tweeting tomorrow. I tweeted some this morning before I left on Doge Day. So follow me on Twitter at ChrissPax. There's a link in the description below for that. And as always, everyone, stay well, and we will see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.